Passion. This word can be defined as a powerful or compelling emotion or feeling. Passion is the bread and butter of teaching. If you do not have passion for educating students, then there is no point. A teacher who lacks passion is not only hurting themselves, but they are also hurting the students. If we are not passionate about what we are teaching, then we cannot expect our students to be excited about learning the material. Our jobs as teachers is to create a love of learning in students. Had it not been for the teachers that I had in elementary school, I would not have had the drive and determination to get where I am today. As teachers, we should give students the tools they need to discover things on their own, because no two students learn the same. Due to this fact, we must realize that there are different types of learners, such as visual, auditory, and kinesthetic. As hard as it is for teachers sometimes, we must realize that kinesthetic learners need love too. Students need to have a desire to come to school, and the only way that can happen is if we give them something to be excited about. Sitting in neat rows of desks and listening to a teacher talk for hours is the way of the past. Our students need movement and interaction. Students must be engaged at all times. It is our duty as teachers to provide students with manipulatives and other hands-on materials so that they can make a better connection to the material we are teaching. Everything we do in our classrooms must have purpose. Giving students work to do just because we need a break is not an option. Students are the top priority when you walk through the classroom door. Their learning is the most important thing. My students must know that they are loved and that they are safe at all times. This is crucial to the learning environment. I am part of the generation that is going to make a change in the classroom. I am going to be the kind of teacher that is enthusiastic about learning to the point that my students love coming to school. As teachers, we must also be excited about coming to school. As a teacher, it is my responsibility to put my students' learning above anything else in my life. We owe it to our students to make sure that first they are cared for and that they understand this. If a student does not feel safe and loved, they will not be willing to learn. They will not be able to learn. Students must believe that they can achieve anything. They must reach for the stars and aim to be the best they can be. I believe all this because without amazing teachers, I would not be here today. I want to be for my future students what my teachers were for me. They were my cheerleaders and my biggest fans. I was inspired to believe all of these things because of the influence my teachers had on me when I was younger. I have just begun to see the true impact of the things those amazing women taught me, and I hope that one day my students can say the same for me.
Roxy, how many did I count up? 8 more, that's right. Look, because our problem tells us to, doesn't it? It's right there in our math problem. It tells us what to do. So count with me as I count up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What number did I come to? 13. 13. So 5 plus 8 equals 13. 13. Put your hands up in the air if that's what you got. Oh, that's fabulous. Okay, so now we are going to talk about something completely different. So last week, not last week, 2 whole weeks ago, before we got this fabulous snow day, or snow week, might I add, we talked about adding 3 numbers together, correct? 3 numbers. We did that. We did do that. Now, we are going to talk about adding a 2-digit number to a 1-digit number. Very tricky. But I know, with those big, smart brains of yours. Okay, so my top number right here is what? 25. 25. And it has how many tens 25 has how many tens? 5. You sure? Dylan, how many? 2. That's right. So, 1, 2. 2 tens. How many ones does the number 25 have, Teresa?
5.
5. How do you know that it has 5? Because it's in the ones. So I take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Imagine. So, and then it says plus 4. Does that have any tens? No.
It's just plain old 4.
Just plain old 4. So how many ones? 4. 1, 2,
3, 4.
So, if I look at this problem and I see what the first thing you should do when you're adding a 2-digit and a 1-digit, 2-digit means there's a number in the tens and a number in the ones, and a 1-digit means there's just a number in the ones place. You should always add your ones first. So what should you do first? You've got a 2-digit and 1-digit. You should always add your what place first? Ones place first. So, using our base 10 blocks, how many ones do I have? Let's count them. 1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
9. So we have 9. So does that make a 10? No, that's just 9 ones, right? So in this new number, there's no, we didn't have to add anything in the 10. So the 10 stayed the same, right? So what number should be in our tens place? What number should be in our tens place? Ethan. How many tens? 2. Should have. Ethan told me that I should have a 2 there. And we counted them, and how many ones did we have?
9.
Roxy?
5,
Mm,
9, 9,
2, 3. And how many ones? 3. That makes 33. You're right, Stormy. Simple. Easy as pie. 33. So, how many ones do I need? 2. 33 plus 2. 1, 2, 2. So, I have a 2-digit and a 1-digit number, and I'm adding them together. What is the first thing I should do, Mia? First thing I should add. What's the same in both numbers? They both have numbers in the what place? Who can raise their hand and help me out? So the first thing we should do when we're adding a 2-digit and a 1-digit number, add the numbers in the what place, Ethan? Brianna. In the what place? Ones. In the ones place, young ones. We add things in the ones place. So, if we pull these over here, we now have how many ones? 1,
2, 3, 4, 5.
5. And did our tens add, or did they stay the same? Did they go away? Stormy.
They stayed the same?
They stayed the same, so how many tens do I have? 3. That's exactly right. What's another way we could have done this?
Number line.
Number line. So what number would we have started with?
33.
33. And why would we have started with 33, Brianna?
It told us to.
It told us to. It tells you exactly what to do, doesn't it?